What happened to Rickie Fowler? Rickie Yutake Fowler, the once celebrated young golfer, has continued to stand out amongst several of his peers in many different ways, but gradually slipping out of the top 100 ranking in the world with no wins in about 3 years now. There's a lot to unravel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the golf champion Rickie Fowler and what could have caused the strange decline in his golf career. In 2016, Rickie Fowler was among the highest paid golfers and also ranked as the best golfer in the globe for 4 consecutive years. The once celebrated golfing star has not won a single tournament since February 2019. It's no news that Fowler is married to stunning Alison Stoke, a former pole vaulter who set various records in high school before beginning an All-American at the University of California. Fowler started dating the glamorous Instagram fitness model in 2017 and they wedded in October 2019. We're also aware that Rickie is a loving father to his daughter, Maya Fowler, whose birth the couple announced on Thanksgiving Day. Could Stoke be the reason he's performing below expectation? Should his fatherly responsibilities take the blame, or is he just not capable? Keep watching till the end to get the answers to these questions. You'll be amazed to know the reason Rickie Fowler has not been able to win much of the tournament lately. How did Fowler start golfing, and what are his remarkable achievements? In December 1988, in Marietta, California, Rod and Lynn Fowler gave birth to their son Rickie Yutake Fowler, with his middle name coming from his Japanese grandfather Taka Tanaka. At age 3, Rickie was first introduced to golf by his grandfather, who took him to the driving range in California and handed him a golf club. Rickie was entirely self-taught and played at the driving range for the first few years. However, golf wasn't his first interest. Rickie had a love for motocross where he felt he could build a career. His father, Rod Fowler, who won the Baja 1000 dirt bike race in 1986 while racing for the Yamaha team, was the one who introduced young Rickie to the bikes. Rod would soon come to realize that his son had a talent in golf despite wanting him to follow in his footsteps. Rod owned a trucking company that delivered sand to the local driving range in exchange for free golf balls for his son to hit when he was still much of a child. Rickie's dreams of becoming a professional bike rider and following in his dad's footsteps unfortunately came to an end after he suffered an accident during a competitive dirt bike riding before his freshman year in high school, leaving him with broken bones in his foot. Rickie retired from motocross and shifted his focus to golf. Rickie was an edgier kid than most of his peers back then in school. In everything he did, he brought a little charisma along with him. The BMX rider turned golfer started to implement some of his motocross fashion sense into the golfing world, and his never-give-up attitude helped him win 2 Summer Cups in the years 2005 and 2007. He played golf competitively throughout his high school career, but it was in 2007, in his senior year of high school, that Fowler really started to take off. Rickie helped the United States in winning the Walker Cup later in 2007. At the Justin Timberlake Shriners Hospital Open in 2009, Rickie emerged 7th place, and this made his very first professional PGA Tour. His first victory, which saw him ranked among the top 50 in the official golf ranking, was the Memorial Tournament. The tournament, which was held in Ohio, happened to be his 3rd PGA Tour. Having entered the final round, he emerged runner-up. The young talented golfer was chosen as the captain's pick in the September 2010 for the U.S. Ryder Cup. In the same month, he bagged an endorsement deal for the famous clothing brand Puma. At the young age of 21, Rickie became the youngest Ryder Cup player of all time when he made his first U.S. Ryder Cup. At the Open Championship in 2011 at Royal St. George's, he recorded a big win when he tied for 5th place. He made a notable finish in the 2013 Australian PGA Championship, where he emerged runner-up by being 4 shots behind the eventual winner, Adam Scott. In May 2012, he had his first PGA Tour win at the Wells Fargo Championship and also earned his first professional victory in the One Asia Tours Korea Open in October 2011. Rickie Fowler is in no way at risk of losing his PGA Tour card due to a 5-year exemption, including an additional year added to each of his victories, which he earned after his victory at the 2015 Players Championship in Florida. He was tied for the 2nd position in 2014 in the Open Championship at the Royal Liverpool Golf Club in Wirral, England. On February 26, 2017, he won the Honda Classic, making it his 4th PGA victory, which saw him reclaim his spot amongst the top 10 best golfers according to official golf rankings. The iconic golfer proceeded to become the 27th golfer to win $20 million in tour earnings in PGA Tour history after finishing as runner-up for the 12th time in his professional career. What are his earnings and net worth? With his success in golf for quite a long time, it shouldn't come as a surprise that Rickie Fowler has made a lot of money. With a net worth estimated at around $18 million, his yearly salary has been pegged at almost $7.3 million, with endorsement deals of $10 million, making up his net worth. In 2015, Forbes listed him as the world's highest paid golfer. He lives in a luxurious mansion in Florida worth $14 million, which he purchased in 2016, with the living space spanning over 11,500 square feet. He had endorsement deals with Farmer Insurance, TaylorMade, Puma, Mercedes Cars, and Cobra, and he dedicates 30 days a year to dealing with corporate clients. Now, one might ask why the golfer is performing below expectation. Despite Fowler being a top finisher and major success of championships and tours, the golfing community has its eyes fixed on Rickie with so much hope and expectation that he does his best to show that he's one of the top dogs in the tour. Everyone seems to be surprised that despite Fowler putting in his best in his performances, he doesn't look too focused on winning. With questions being asked in the media space, could his focus on numerous commercial advertisements be the reason? It was starting to appear that Rickie wasn't as focused as we all first thought. Even six-time major champion Nick Faldo started to take shots on Twitter about Rickie missing the upcoming Masters. Good news is that if he misses the Masters, he can shoot another 6 commercials that week. While pointing out that Rickie is in it for the money, he asked the public which they would rather have, enough cash or victory. The pro golfer was even ridiculed with a comment stating that he has more endorsements than victories. Not surprised, because winning games is what gets you the attention. As if that wasn't enough, his declining career got him the nickname Rickie Flower. Rickie has mentioned to the press that his loss to Rory McIlroy twice in a month to win majors last summer had him frustrated. But he does deserve some credit. Finishing in the top 5 in all majors is no small feat. There are a lot of significant reasons Rickie hasn't been leveling up. Again, you may be prompted to ask if he plays well and dedicates his time to practice, or if he's not capable enough like he was in his heydays. Well, you do have the right to ask, but if you think he's not capable enough, you'll be wrong. Fowler hasn't won much because he has played his best golf in the strongest regular tour competitions and neglected to participate in less strong events. The calculation should give you a better understanding. For instance, when a tour professional plays 4 round strokes better than the field, they normally would win 50% of the time. But if he plays 3-stroke rounds better than the field, it is only expected that they normally win 10% of the time. This performance is not enough against the few weaker fields where the player earns a win. Finally, a pro is nearly 95% certain to earn a victory if he plays 5-round strokes better than the field. In Fowler's case, he has continued to play well enough in his championship while going head-on with the best players in the industry. If you take a look at his stats, you'll observe that most of his great performances were in stronger tournaments that had the best players. He has competed against Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, and Justin Rose in his best performances. Fowler seems to employ the most suitable tactics, which have proven to work for him. He is working on his swings to make them repeatable and efficient. He is also improving on his strength. It may not be significant how he puts the body usage or positions, but with his body working rightly, the legs and arms will face the right direction. Therefore, Rickie Fowler should be working on his swings to make them repeatable to perform even in moments when he's under pressure. His resilience and zeal to contend against the best of the best and the record breakers make him different from the others. On the tension that golf is having on his marriage, he has admitted that although it hasn't been easy for his wife Allison, he's doing all he can to be the best husband and not bringing golf back home. People have also asked the athlete if he still fishes at home like he used to, but he said golf, workout, and therapy don't avail him the time he would want. The truth is, it's not like Rickie Fowler has gone worse or he isn't putting in enough effort, it's just that everyone just got better. Having won 5 PGA Tour, it is only normal for his teaming fans to expect him to do better. Do you think Fowler will set a new record this time?